I love volunteering at races, and I think every runner, especially any runner who's ever going to run a race, should also volunteer. And here's why all runners should volunteer at races. Filmed on the run. On race day, you might arrive at an aid station to see cups of water not poured and volunteers mixing sports drink. I've heard some runners get mad at the volunteers for not being prepared. But when you have already volunteered at a race, you know how hard it can be. No matter how many cups of water you pour beforehand, no matter how many gallons of sports drinks you've mixed up, you run out and you find yourself struggling to keep up with the flow of runners. So having that experience volunteering at a race will make you a more empathetic runner. You will understand how hard it can be to volunteer at an aid station, and you will be nicer to the volunteers. I recently heard about a new kind of race by me, a night trail race. And while I was intrigued by this race, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to run it. So instead, I volunteered. It gave me the chance to see how well the course was marked and to see how well you could see the trail using only the moonlight and a headlamp. It was a great way to check out the scene before I ran. Volunteering for a race gives you a great opportunity to do just that. Whether it's a new race company, whether it's your first trail experience, volunteering will give you a great chance to see what's what before you commit to run. Volunteering at a race, especially if you're volunteering at an aid station, will make you a better runner. At an aid station, you will see hundreds, if not thousands of runners on race day. You will see their gear and you will see their techniques. I challenge you to spend several hours working at an aid station and to not come away with at least one piece of gear that you want to try or one new technique that you want to incorporate next time you run a race. Running ultimately is a pretty selfish thing to do. We go out and we run because it makes us feel good and it makes us healthier. But to be good humans and good citizens, it's important that we help others as well. So volunteering at a race is the perfect combination. We can help others and we can still take part in the greater running community. Volunteering at a race can be super inspiring. One of the reasons that I'm a marathoner today is that I volunteered at the finish line of a marathon my mom ran. This was 5 or 10 years before I ever even thought of running, and it was one of the most inspiring things I'd ever done. Seeing all those people working hard and accomplishing their goals, it was amazing, and I knew right then one day I would be running a marathon. So especially if you have lost your love of running, try volunteering for a race and you will be inspired. Races vary greatly on what they give volunteers other than great race karma for volunteering at races. Sometimes you get a shirt, sometimes a shirt and breakfast or lunch. Many races now offer free or discounted entries into future races if you volunteer at one race. For me personally, a volunteer binge in my running off season of March and April led to a summer and fall filled with races, and I didn't have to pay for a single one. They were all comped entries for volunteering. It's a really great perk. I believe in karma and that you get back from the world basically what you put into it. So if you are a good runner and racer and you help other racers by volunteering on race day and helping their dreams come true, the universe will reward you and you will get great running and racing karma. Last but definitely not least is that volunteering for a race is fun. You're outside, you're cheering for people, you're helping people, you're supporting the running community. It's a great way to spend a morning.